It's gonna come.
Hi, welcome. I'm Christine Arth, your host, and this is Tina Touli.
Hello, everyone.
Our guest easily here from Barcelona and, well, you're also here from London.
Yes, that's true.
She's joining us at the OFFF Festival 2018. Pretty excited to be here. We're going to go through some really amazing work by Tina today. We're also going to do some portfolio reviews, but to start, let's talk a little bit about your background and the things that you work on.
Yeah, let's do that. So, I'm a graphic communication designer based in London, and I'm freelancing, and I started my own studio. And
Tina
I'm working,
Touli Design.
Quite a lot of different fields, like from branding, packaging design, editorial, web design, a bit of video, and so quite a variety, I would say.
Amazing.
So
Tina and I have actually worked on this together before, so we're very excited, and we're going to see some of her work that we did back in the San Francisco office.
Yes.
Yeah, not too long ago, so I'm thrilled.
Months.
Maybe we could walk through a project or two.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that would be great.
Let's
Amazing.
do that. Should we?
So maybe let's take a look at my screen. This is a project for the Athens Digital Arts Festival. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure. So it's actually these days running in Athens, in Greece, and the subject was Singularity Now, which is like quite broad, abstract, quite hard to visualize. It's like what is going to happen in the balance between like humans and machines, who is going to overtake, and what is actually, what is like the future, what is going to happen. So it's quite abstract approach to visualize. It can have like so many different meanings and so many like different ideas, if it's going to be something good, something bad. So the idea was like using some pictures of Athens, like some familiar spaces from the center of Athens.
It's amazing.
And bring in this kind of like object that represents a singularity, which is like kind of distorting through the reflection the reality and brings something like from the future.
So what was the inspiration by using this metallic looking form?
So the inspiration was like starting, like we thought like how we could like show to people like that the present where they live, like an environment that's familiar, that they're familiar with, how is this gonna transform in the future? What's gonna happen to it? So we wanted to show like, to distort this future to see like how exactly it's gonna be, like what can actually happen.
And it was all done in Cinema 4D?
Yes, and 3ds Max, so like
great
3D softwares, and quite a lot of like Photoshop as well, like editing everything
this
and
is incredible.
bringing everything together. And so we run like 4 posters for the festival. And the last one was actually using the venue. If you scroll here, you're probably gonna see it's the venue that the festival is happening. It's that one.
Amazing.
So all ended up like all like.
And the venue's right now, right?
Yeah,
or the festival's happening
just
today.
Yeah. So if you're in Athens,
so if you're in Athens,
quite
yes.
a good chance to.
If you're not lucky enough to be here at OFF with us, then you can go to Athens and also see Tina's work.
And maybe
so pretty incredible.
We can try like to reload. We created also a video teaser. That was a collaboration project with another 3 designers. So Jacob Reed, Stella, and Kakia Kostadinaki.
Amazing.
That she helped more like with the 3D. So you can find their names here.
Nice.
Check them out. Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh, here we go. Great. Yeah, let's play it.
Yeah. So that was like the video teaser showing like how everything started.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it's starting like exploring like in Athens, all this like singularity coming. And this is the venue that's happening. So it leads like to all like the info about the festival and show you where it is. And so we try to reimagine the city that's happening. Like after like the singularity, what is gonna happen? Is that thing like something bad or something good?
Right.
Or
Not
nobody
sure.
really
I
actually
mean, the
knows.
future's very unknown.
So we just leave it quite open, like to the visitors to imagine what is gonna happen, what's gonna be the future. So
incredible.
It's actually looping. So
amazing. And how long of a process was that? I'm sure people are curious.
Oh so it was the project started around like January, like doing the concepts, and it finished beginning of March, like the posters collection and the like whole concept. While the video teaser was like a month later, till it got released. And of course, then all like the banners, flyers,
Yeah.
and all these bits like running in parallel.
Incredible.
But yeah, quite
That's
fun.
a pretty quick turnaround when you think about it. I mean, that's a really quick project.
Yeah, so it was quite helpful to like have a team to work with.
Yeah,
and
I'm
yeah,
sure.
reimagining all together. So
Amazing.
yeah, I was working like in all of the fields. Well, one of the friends was working more in the 3D with me, and the others were working more in the graphics and the execution for that. So
Incredible. It's a lot of
Yeah.
work and it's really good. It's very fun to see how it's both responsive and then it's got this interaction to it. So it's
Yeah,
not just
it
about
was
it being print design, it's
quite
also
fun.
about it being immersive, which is what we need.
yeah,
Amazing. So do you want to look at another project?
yeah, sure.
And you want to
So
stay on
you
the
want
site?
yeah, go back
All right.
if you want.
Amazing. Ooh.
Yeah, so maybe you want to pick, or
I'm like,
up
you
to
know that I
you.
want to
You can
pick. I want to
scroll
pick
down.
everything.
Oh. Yeah, so here's the What About Water
Oh,
that
yeah,
we were
let's
actually
talk a
doing in
little bit about
Barcelona.
this.
Oh
Yeah.
should we?
Yeah, we should. This is
Okay,
great.
you're also included in the case study. So
I know.
yeah, we were in San Francisco on the Adobe Live, and it was the last day of the live stream was the World Water Day.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So
We'll
yeah,
pause
we
this for a sec.
created with Christine, with the help of Christine, like a collection of posters and the like video to create this kind of awareness campaign. And yeah, the message was, "What about water? Whatever. Who cares?"
Exactly.
So instead of like blaming the viewer that hey, be careful about water and all this stuff, we just thought maybe like better to just show what
Yeah.
you actually do,
Let's
and
expose
then
the question.
leave
What about
you
it?
to just leave you to think about it. Is it right what you're doing, or
Exactly.
yeah? So we had like 5 posters, a collection.
Yeah, all the iterations are incredible.
And, yeah, you can watch on the Adobe Live the replay how they've been created, or also there is like if you go
Yeah.
farther down,
It's really cool to
there is
see.
also the process on the website with like few steps by step explaining like how
Yeah,
we
the
came
process
up to.
was really interesting. I feel like
You want
talking a
to-
little bit about that process.
Yeah.
When Tina was in the Adobe Live studio in San Francisco, we started out by just watching her create some type direction. And then while we were creating, you can see some of this.
it's kind of
It's
here.
pretty
Yeah, we
great.
designed like the typography in the posters.
Yep.
We created like this kind of outline around, so the reflection actually gets some color and
Exactly.
Yeah, if you scroll farther down, we can see like
Oh yeah,
we
all
tried
the
few
iterations.
colors
Yeah,
and, like,
white
few
ended up looking the
options.
best.
Yeah, so
was
and then day
amazing.
2 we started with Christine here, as you can see.
Yeah, it was pretty
And
good.
We used like a glass tray, and we filled like the tray with oil, and then we
water.
draw like on top with drops of water. And Christine was the amazing photographer of that.
Yeah, I don't know about amazing, but I was definitely the photographer.
I don't know. You tell us. Maybe does it look
Yeah,
good?
right? Yeah, I think so.
I think you've done quite a good job.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it was quite fun, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
So
was
here
incredible.
it's like the starting, like how we placed like the oil on the surface.
Yeah, you can
and
see
start
a bit of the
creating.
process. It's
And,
pretty
yeah,
immersive.
Then moving like the tray like left and right. So
Mm-hmm.
you actually like move the water and the oil. Yeah, here are like how we draw it, like with the little
Yeah.
like pen. It's actually you drawing it there. Yeah, so Christine
There we
was
go.
actually part of the
I
project.
was helpful.
It's a collaboration.
It was helpful. It was a collaboration. I loved it.
Yeah,
This
so
is also
moving
interesting to
like
see
the
you
tray.
move it back and forth. And while she was actually moving this, we were photographing it from above on a tripod. So taking video
Yeah.
and stills so that we could capture every single moment. And then Tina took it back into Photoshop after.
Yeah, it's like if you
And
scroll.
created an
yeah.
augmented reality experience
Oh,
with
yeah,
it.
that was also
that
true.
was that was really cool. What program did
That
you
was-
use to create the augmented
that
reality?
was HP Reveal.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, you can check it out. It's still there, I think.
Yeah,
So,
mainly using
it's quite fun.
Photoshop.
Yeah, and
But it was incredible. And
Yeah,
seeing
here
all
a few
these different
details.
details is so helpful.
yeah, or the reflection in the small bubbles was quite interesting. And here you
Yeah.
can see like before and after the editing all the posters.
Completely.
So they came quite dark, so we brightened them, we like cleaned the background so it's like perfect if you look from closer.
Yeah.
And yeah, here was a final collection of the posters. And
Oh
a bit
yes,
of
and the
yeah.
augmented reality. This is great.
Yeah, so we actually photographed the poster, and when you hover with your like mobile and the HP Reveal app, you can actually see the animated version.
Yeah, it's pretty
So,
incredible. I mean,
yeah,
it
it was
was
fun.
very quick process too. In 3 days, this was created from scratch. and
Yeah.
put into augmented reality by the end of the third day. So it's very possible that even if you've never used augmented reality, you can work
Yeah.
with it pretty, intuitively.
Yeah.
And if you guys are interested in watching Tina create this poster live, there's a video on Behance. You can go onto any of the past workshops and see those live videos and replay.
Yeah, they're also like on the website.
Yeah, they're also on the
website.
website.
Here you go.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So let's take a look. I know that you've had quite a bit of new work and you were featured in print magazine. So there's a lot
that's
of
true.
really...
Should we check that one out?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
sure.
Yeah, I'd love to hear a little bit more about this just
Yeah,
because
sure.
it's
So-
print magazine's so famous and,
Yeah, I had the honor to be selected like as one of the 15 best designers in the world in
Amazing.
2017, like the end of last year, and under 30 years old. So and each of us designed like a cover for the print magazine. So this cover been created. There are two
Yes.
versions in colors. And
Beautiful.
it's actually like a paper craft, so I actually printed everything and I cutted it, so it's like 3 different layers.
It's
And I put
really-
them together, photographed them, and yeah. So the idea behind was like the rising of the new visual artists coming out. So like the exposure, the explosion, and yeah. So it was quite fun.
I
little
find that to
project.
be some of the most interesting and exciting parts about what you do and how you work. It's very hands-on. So it's not, it looks as though it's finished in Adobe, but you always start from working with your hands.
Yeah.
So I find that to be a really great collaboration of, what you do off screen and then what you do on screen and how you're bringing the imagination to life through the programs.
You know, I'm trying like always, like if you check like the details, you can see like the paper fold like at the top. So I did left like few bits to see, like if you careful notice that
Exactly.
it's actually made by hand. So it's not everything perfect.
Yeah,
leaving
'cause if
tiny
you
bit of yeah.
Get
so
really close in here, you can see
yeah. So if you
the
go
folds
yeah,
and
so the folds, so
Yeah.
you can
Oop.
realize. Back again.
yeah, back again. Here we go. Oh, and I also really
Yeah.
like the color palette. So
yeah. So there were
curious
2
of what your
options.
inspiration is when you're looking for color palettes.
I usually like either I'm taking like pictures of like things that I like in general, and I'm like creating like color palettes, and I usually have like on my swatches like a library.
Yeah.
But I also use quite a lot the tool that we showed on the live stream. Is it Color Guide? I think.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
Color Guide.
Color Guide, yep.
Yeah, it's in Illustrator. Check it out. It's super handy.
Super helpful. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
incredible. She
you
was
do-
teaching us all sorts of tricks. It's definitely worth rewatching those videos.
Yeah, so it's really helpful. You just pick like a balance of like where you want like the dark and the light, and then you switch colors randomly till you got to a palette that you're actually happy with.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to be like bright and fresh, like.
So then
it's
did
about-
you apply the color afterwards in this in Photoshop?
some of it before, some of it after. So
Awesome.
I edited after to get it like right. All
Yeah.
but I knew like where the lines are gonna be and everything.
Got it.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
So it's been like edited too.
Congratulations.
Great.
That's such an honor.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it was a great little project. Quite fun, yeah. So yeah.
So what do you want to talk about next? Chef signature?
You want to pick one?
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is actually a project that's still in progress.
Ooh.
So that's why the case study is not like finished yet. It's just like the images. It's a whole like branding, website design that's gonna come up soon.
Love it.
And Chef Signature is a brand that they're actually interviewing chefs, and they try to find like what is the signature dish of them and how did they actually came up with that. And the idea was like representing the different like sections of the website, as well as some tips. For example, this one was for the ingredient bank,
Very
which was like the concept was like if all ingredients are gonna disappear in the future, which one you actually gonna pick to save?
Right.
So that's why like they are disappearing and appearing, and yeah. So these are like some of the tips, like what grows together goes together.
I love it.
So it's like tips on how you can actually do your own like
Creating
signature
your own meals,
dish.
yeah.
And yeah, so different messages. All of them, like the typography had been drawn with a syringe. because the client said like chefs, like one of the main tools for a chef is like a syringe.
Yeah.
So we decided like to actually draw all the typography with a syringe.
I
to
love
make
the
it
connection
quite fun.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah, so to use it as an art tool to also create the images.
This is great.
And yeah, all been like photographed. We printed the backgrounds on plotter, so we had them like actually, and of course there was an editing to get like the bright colors and to get all like the compositions right.
And
So-
out of curiosity, how did you present it to the client? And what was their feedback? I mean, looking at it initially, it's like, oh, I'm curious as to what they, said
Yeah.
and how they responded.
So it was actually a really fun project because
Yeah.
we worked before with that client on another project similar,
Nice.
the Made by Humans, and he really trusted us.
Yeah.
It was again like a collaboration for the pictures. Ines Muja helped me,
Yeah, it's incredible.
and so he really trusted us. So I was like presenting to him like the ideas before that it was like just a collage of some like stock images and
Yeah.
like cropped and like kind of really roughly collage, and I was like, oh, you know what? That's what we are gonna do, but look at that, and it won't look like
Yeah,
that at all.
exactly. It
You
won't
know,
look like
so
that at all.
just look at it, but
enjoy
forget
it.
about it.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like random deciding that moment and
Yeah.
just taking the risks that hopefully he will like them.
I love it. Is this a
So-
Jello mold?
Yeah, so that was an actual
love it.
jelly, and even like the typography
Yeah.
we created on acetate. We let it dry and we put like the acetate inside.
Very cool.
So it was actually all been done like by hand.
Wow.
So yeah,
Did
it was
take
quite
you a
fun.
long time to create?
The photo shoot was just 2 days.
2 days. Nice.
Yeah, and but it had quite a lot of editing afterwards
Yeah, I'm
because,
sure.
of course, it's creating kind of like a messy
Yeah,
situation.
and it's almost
And-
hyper realistic where it's not exactly
Yeah.
what you see, it's a little bit tweaked in a way that makes you curious.
Yeah, and all of them are animated, so you need like to create like we took like the picture frame by frame, so you had to like edit all of them
Yeah.
to get them on the right like position, and yeah, especially like
Amazing.
that one was quite a big challenge because you had the background that it was like paper.
Yeah.
You had only one
And with the egg,
option
it
to
probably-
smash the egg.
Yeah.
And then the background was ruined, so it was like
You're like,
am
we
I
gotta
gonna
get
do
this
that now,
right. Yeah.
or-
You're like, we definitely
Yeah.
have to prepare and make sure that this is gonna be okay.
Yeah, so you had only one chance like to get it right.
Incredible.
And, yeah.
Well, I can't wait for this to go live then, for it to
Yeah.
come to life. When do you anticipate that being?
So it should be like next month or the month after, something like that. So
Cool.
it has also like a whole website design that's quite like
Awesome.
fun.
Wild.
And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, this is
So-
good because then we can come back to your website in about a month and look
Yeah,
for this. It'll be
sure.
all finished. Amazing.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Cool. Well, I'm excited to look at another project.
Okay, go for it.
So many to choose from. I'm really interested in this.
Okay, let's go with that. Yeah, that was a collaboration again. I really like collaborating with like friends and people. I feel like
Totally.
everybody adds something more special to the project.
I agree.
So I think it's quite nice to have this opportunity. So
You
that
also learn
started.
so much from other designers. It's
Yeah.
just like everybody has their own specific craft, and then you're like, oh, cool. What if I tried this, and then you did that? And
Yeah.
oh, makes it so much better.
So yeah, that was the idea. Was like it started as a self-initiated project, and the idea was like to show our passion about like design and art. So we called it "Merge Yourself with Your Work, with Your Tools, and with your ideas." So if you go farther down, you can see. So the first one is merge yourself with your tools. The second with your ideas, and the third with your work. So you can see
Amazing.
also the video of like how it's being
Oh,
created.
cool. Yeah. Let's
So
take a look at
that's all the
this.
process behind it. And yeah, it was quite a fun
Very
one
fun
day.
to paint yourself.
There was like almost no planning. It was just one day like
Yeah.
photo shoot with Marta Yarza and Simona Bonazieva.
Incredible. So, is
So-
this at your studio?
No, that was a studio that we actually just rented for that day.
Perfect.
Just to, yeah, it was a really nice, huge place. And you can
Amazing.
see like the bubbles. We had like a padding pool to create the bubbles, to take them there. and yeah, painting the hand in quite a lot of different colors.
It's beautiful.
And then marbling to get, that was also like really tricky to get it dry.
Oh, yeah.
Only one chance, one laptop, there was nothing like and yeah, we managed it.
I like that you're
so
excited you got it done. You're like, yep, we did it.
Yes, we did. So yeah, it was quite fun. And that's the last one, the installation, paper
Amazing.
installation with projection. And it's quite fun because in the
This
beginning
is
we
great.
thought, oh, we don't have a good projector, but it
right.
ended up quite nice because you have the texture.
I love
it. Yeah, and you can see also if you scroll more down, like the step-by-step process.
Amazing.
So in the end, we decided all to paint our hands. So yeah, that was the studio space we got, and yeah,
I can't.
Quite fun.
This is incredible. It's
Yeah,
looking really beautiful. I mean, how long did this one take you then? Did you have a day in the studio?
yeah, just it was even like not the day. It was like 7 hours.
Yeah.
And that was like you can see like the planning before. It was just like really bad planning, to be honest. It was just like what's gonna happen that moment. We had no idea. It was a self-initiated project. We just wanted like to try things
so
out.
Wonderful.
And yeah, it's actually after that another client licensed the images for his website. They're made by humans. And actually, Adobe also licensed the image.
Amazing.
For the
yeah, I
designer's
saw you guys were
power
wearing
section.
Adobe shirts in there, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so they licensed the images to use them. Yeah.
So cool.
So you see, we were just playing like with the bubbles before. They were looking more like soap rather than like nice bubbles.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah, like some just paper, receipt paper for the installation. So yeah,
I love it. It's really
it's
good.
quite fun.
Let's
Nice.
take a look. Okay. So I want you to pick one now.
You want me to pick one?
Yeah.
Should we pick like maybe this one?
This one?
Yeah, that was for the
let's
Create
do
magazine.
it.
So yeah, you can play the video.
Oh,
And
perfect.
yeah, so the subject was caught in limbo. So they asked me to create a piece showing the idea of like what creatives should do, like create something new or follow like the current trends. And the inspiration was like a talk that I watched, and the idea of like when you follow something, you are getting actually camouflaged within that. So camouflage patterns had been used using the Adobe stock assets and combining them, animating them, and then showing how like we scroll kind of and we actually follow the trends. We are getting camouflaged with this pattern, and somebody is actually like stepping out, and it's not just following the trends, it's actually observing them and creating something new out of them that everybody else is gonna come and camouflage that.
It's really beautiful.
And it's been all made by hand. If you go farther down, you will see.
Yeah, let's take a look at the process because it's
So
really intriguing.
yeah, that was like the pattern created using like Adobe stock assets.
Very cool.
And yeah, then we used like a glass with a laptop underneath and some actual lenses. You can like
There we
yeah,
go.
here you go.
Cool.
So that was one of the early like experimentations to see like how these lenses interact with the background. You see, like I stick them with tape quickly to see like
Amazing.
how
You're
it
like, does
works.
this look good? You're like, yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of how you have to do it. It's very in the process.
Yeah, just playing around and having like a frame, placing them on top. That was also kind of the inspiration for the World Water Day poster.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I was like, that's quite
I was
interesting.
say it's a
Should
really
we-
similar process,
yeah,
but this is very different.
Like similar setup probably would say, yeah, and
Yeah.
different kind of like technique.
So
but
wild.
yeah, so
Oh,
it takes
let's
a
see,
while.
these aren't loading yet.
It's okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so it was quite fun project, animating all like the patterns and show like how we get camouflage them. You can see like it was really simple, a frame, like
Yeah.
two books, camera,
Amazing.
and a second screen connected, so I could actually like edit and move the patterns around
Yeah.
to see everything. Yeah.
Well, hey guys that are out there in the chat, we just got the chat feed back up and running.
Yay.
So sorry if we haven't been responding. It is in here now, so I'm seeing some of your amazing comments. And yes, I'm curious too. What is your
Yeah.
inspiration behind the work that you do?
It really like depends. For example, on this one, I was like chatting with a friend and tell her like what kind of ideas I had, and actually showed that she had like when she was leaving, she had a bag that she drew some eyes on top.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, that's actually what I need. Like,
incredible.
some eyes are like representing visuals and like designers and artists. So that's actually the right element. So eyes and reflection. Then I'm watching sometimes like talks while I'm working, and I got inspired by this talk. I don't remember who was it from, but it's written there, so you can check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
And he was talking about like camouflage and how we are actually like getting camouflage and things. So I was like, hey, that's actually like great.
Yeah.
So usually like inspirations comes from like different points. Kind of
and
random,
things that
would
you've
say.
seen in the environment or places you've been, and
Yeah, so it's really like
friends.
depends. Yeah, like friends, like chatting with people, like explaining your concept. Sometimes when you explain to someone what you want to do, it actually like helps you understand what you want to do.
Completely. I always find that talking about it out loud, it kind of solidifies what the idea is. It's helpful to speak about it to people.
Yeah, also like having your notebook, your sketchbook everywhere, and like try to keep notes when something like interesting's come up, or you're just writing it down, and you can come back and say, oh, that was actually interesting. Or like, for example, this texture is quite nice, like the concrete.
Exactly.
Maybe at some work I could actually use it. Like, what elements does that material have?
Completely. There's so many different ways to go about it, but I think that's really interesting.
It's also like the brief itself that it gives you like half of the inspiration.
Totally.
No?
I mean, if you're really reading into it, you can kind of pull out the words of inspiration from the brief.
Try,
it's a good brief.
To like check like different talks about the subject, articles. Writing is also like really good inspiration.
Totally.
To get that. So yeah, I would suggest like more like random places rather than like looking at other designers' work.
Yeah.
I prefer like to just check like random different things.
Exactly.
So, and quite
just
a lot.
Google.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, what else is going out there in the news?
Yeah, and quite a lot of my work is also like between digital and physical. So it's like quite inspiring. I'm playing quite a lot like with different materials.
Yeah.
Just to explore them when I have like free time. So yeah.
Well, I'm pretty excited about this, and then I'm really excited to announce that we're going to be doing some portfolio reviews with
That's
Tina.
great.
We have two guests. The first one will be Pietro from Appartamento Studio, and he's joining us from Florence, Italy. He'll be joining us live in about a few minutes. And then we also have Lisa Fernandez Carlson, who is in the chat. Hey, Lisa.
Nice.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, there she is.
She is.
And
stay tuned.
she will be getting her portfolio reviewed by Tina right after Pietro. So it'll be pretty awesome. And these lucky people have sent in their work. So I would say that if you guys are graphic designers, if you're looking to get your portfolios reviewed, you can definitely submit. And there's going to be time throughout the entire conference at OFF where selected guest speakers will be reviewing portfolios. And
nice.
I know, I think
2
it's pretty
days.
awesome. 2 more days, I know.
Yeah, big quick.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe we're going to have Pietro join us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
nice.
welcome, Pietro. Why don't
Hello.
you do a little introduction?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Pietro. I'm from Italy, and I just graduated from Milano, Politecnico di Milano. 1 year ago.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
And the fact is, I decided to open my own little studio with 2 friends and colleagues, Irene and Guglielmo. They joined me.
Amazing.
and we found this cute little space in the historical center of Florence. So we renovated it, just doing it alone.
Well, that's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we are trying to keep it simple, to do things we like. I like doing books, mostly editorial projects, and that's what I really like to study and in Politecnico.
Nice.
And also we are having some clients with identities and branding design. So we're looking forward to find new work, new clients, and just have some fun. And in the meantime, all of 3 of us, we had some experiences in studios in Italy, internships. And I think if we succeed to get a client base, I think it will go good for us.
I agree.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I think that you'll do great.
I hope.
So we're taking a look on my screen now, and this is your portfolio. I love that it's Appartamento Studio. It's a clever name.
Yeah,
Very cute.
it's because the space was just an apartment, and we decided to keep it like this.
Uh-huh.
So we have a kitchen, we have a
interesting.
sofa,
Yeah.
and we like to chat with clients on the sofa before the
Nice.
briefing. So it's cool.
That's great.
I like it, yeah. So let's take a look
Nice.
through. Is there anything that you want us to highlight?
I don't-
Any specific project?
Maybe we could look at Memorable. It's the third project there.
This one?
Yeah, it's
All
a
right.
lookbook, a fashion lookbook.
Amazing.
Nice.
This was really cool because in Florence there are a lot of students coming from all over the world to study design, especially fashion design. And we had the opportunity to design this lookbook for a new collection for young designer. And we were asked to do something a little bit different from what you would expect. And we received two different groups of images. There was an editorial campaign series which was shot in analog film, and another group of commercial product photos. And so we decided to mix the flow and to not divide the lookbook in chapters, and also to play with this raw handwriting on the images. And also we designed a little poster that goes with the lookbook, and we decided to bind it using a rubber band. So people will be invited to open the whole package to reveal the text that is on the cover. So it works like at two different levels, the cover. So you have the title, Memorable by Krone, but
yeah,
you can
I'll go back up and take a look at this.
yeah,
There
so
we go.
Memorable on Krone, and then when you open it, you unveil the whole text. Which you can see in the third image, I think, yeah.
Yep.
So it's a lookbook about a film, about a collection, about memories, brought to you by Charlotte.
I like
So
how
this was the game, yeah.
specific it is. There's no fluff,
Yeah.
no adverbs in there. It's just
Exactly.
this is this.
Nice.
Yeah. And also the format is very strange. It's big, it's like a tabloid, and the binding is very simple, and also the paper is just like pattern coated paper, but with a nice touch of warm, bright white. So
It's great.
yeah,
It's really great. And I love how you actually balance the images, especially like if you go far up. Like move
Yeah.
far. Like they're always like kind of related
Every
on the
spread-
spread.
every
so
spread was,
they're not like random.
yeah.
And gives like a nice like balance.
I
on
like the fact here that
um,
she's looking like she's growing up from a little child to a woman. So also the fact of being sexy in some images and more childish in some other. So we try to render this through the layout also.
This is great.
Yeah, and it's also really nice the presentation that you actually created. It looks like really clean and nice, and it really shows up the product and everything, which is really nice.
Apart from the cover and the
And-
bathroom, the shot. So that was
And yeah, I actually like that you gave like lots of blank space, white space around the images to breathe, and you really like emphasize on them. So it really gives the emphasis to that, nothing else, just to your content itself, which I think works really, really well.
Yeah, it's quite lovely.
And yeah, and I really like the way that you attached like with the elastic band, like the little poster.
It gives it a bit of tactility
Yeah,
to it. It's
yeah.
very nice. Yes.
It makes also like a little surprise to open like this package. It's not just like a book itself, so you have like to reveal it, to
Yeah.
explore it. Yeah.
It was difficult to find the right product, the right band, because it's X-shaped,
Yeah.
and we needed a whole
that's
month
nice.
to
Yeah.
find it. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Hi Rasim, hi Lisa, hi Ricardo, hi Sasha.
Hi,
Thank you for
everyone.
joining us in chat today.
thank you.
So if you guys are
Nice.
just joining us, we have Tina Touli and we have Pietro here from Apartamento Studio. And we're just looking through his portfolio, which is awesome. I think we've spent a bit
Great
of time on this
work.
one. I kind of want to see one more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Well, if you like print design, there's a project I really love, which is
Yeah.
called Morrison Conversation.
Okay.
And this
Let's go
is
for that.
this is a project that
Oh, nice.
comes
Ooh,
from my
beautiful.
last year at university. So
Great printing. I
was,
love this kind of like reflective,
Completely.
like.
I also
Yeah.
love the Smiths, so
Yeah.
I'm interested. Yes.
Me too. Yeah. And I was given this little brief from my professor Mario Piazza, and I developed it in a long time, 6 months working on this project, and the aim was to render the significations and the really profound themes of a pre-existent book. So it's a book regularly published about Morrison, the frontman of the Smiths. It's a press collection about him. And so
Amazing.
I was asked to render this book in a visual way, just to change the format of the book, to change the materic feeling of the book. And so I extracted some of the themes of the book. For example, the sexual orientation of the artist Morrison. He was, we could say, genderless or really a fluid gender. And I tried to translate it into visual themes. So you see the holographic prints on the cover, which is like
great.
having all the
Beautiful.
colors, but
Yeah.
having no color at the same
Right.
time. And also the paper is really bright. And also I learned to bind books. It was a cool opportunity
Oh,
to
so you
work-
found it yourself. Wow.
I worked with a friend
Wow.
of mine, Tiziano,
Yeah.
which is
That's a lot of work.
an artistic
It
binder.
takes
Yeah, it
quite
takes
long.
a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
time. We've obviously all done it before. We're like, yep,
Yeah.
never
Of course,
again.
but normally everyone
Yeah.
does it like this, but it was an opportunity, and I had a lot of fun. This guy is
Yeah.
working with Oxford University or Vatican City to rebind old books, like ancient editions, and
Wow.
he is really a cool guy.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that you did a
super
book about
nice.
Morrissey. That's very obscure. Do you
I
wanna
would
pick
like to
one
know
out?
what he would
think.
think
Pick
about
one?
it. Yeah.
I don't know what
Maybe
you
I
think. You
could
should
send a
him one.
copy,
Yeah. He'd probably call you up.
Sure.
Okay, which one we should pick? Should we go for the BA? No.
Which one?
That one.
This one?
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
branding, but this is a bachelor thesis of my partner. So I think it's the best is if he explains it maybe on the internet later.
Okay, should we
It's-
pick
it's
another
his
one?
We'll pick
personal
another
work.
one.
Yeah.
If you like, maybe the
Let's do
identity
another
of
one.
the studio or
Oh, where is
everything
that?
else you
Oh yeah,
like.
that's
Oh,
quite
there we
interesting.
go.
Is that one? Yeah, let's do
Perfect.
that.
We could play around a little bit with this because, of course, we were totally free. So yeah,
It's
the-
kind of at the same time like one of the hardest things to brand
So
yourself.
hard to brand
really
yourself.
hard.
That's so
I mean,
difficult.
choosing the
Yeah.
name and
Yeah.
choosing the identity, it was
Very
really, really
difficult.
hard.
Yeah.
At some point, you have to stop and you have to say, okay, let's stop it here. Let's go out on the web, on
Oh,
the
nice.
real world,
Beautiful.
and test it because otherwise you don't know. And yeah, the aim was to render the real. I mean, the feeling that you have entering the studio, because you have a feeling of entering a house, like an apartment of someone.
Well, this is good because some people were asking earlier to see what the studio looked like. So this
There's-
will give them a feeling.
I think there's a
Yeah.
shot in this project,
nice.
like at the end,
Yeah.
where you see the studio area. So
Great.
We
cool.
we did all the interior alone. We built some things. We bought some
Wow.
other things, of course, at
Love it.
IKEA or.
Is that
everything.
fun? Yeah.
Yeah, this is
This is great.
one of the
Nice.
shots, and this is another area.
Oh, that looks amazing.
And we have a
That's
big
beautiful.
table where we work all together, and it's three of us, three partners. We're starting to take some internships now, but of course we're very young. I'm 23 years old, so I'm really scared of this thing.
That's great. You're
I
actually
think
really
it's
brave.
wonderful.
I think, yeah.
I mean, you're gonna do great. I can already
Yeah.
feel
I
it.
hope
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I can already see that actually.
Yeah,
It's like,
we're all like we're gonna see you do very
Yeah.
well.
no, that's
amazing.
That's really nice. Really nice, inspiring
beautiful.
studio as
It's a
well.
beautiful place
nice
to live and
identity.
work.
Yeah.
also,
So
yeah.
do you guys live there too?
Yeah. No,
Amazing.
I
Just
in the
you?
studio. No.
Oh,
just-
okay.
but
Like
maybe
we
we
live
live together
you
too.
know,
I was like,
some
wow,
nights.
wow, yeah.
It's cool if you want to spend maybe the night or
Uh-huh.
the weekend in
yeah,
the
if you
studio.
need
It's
to.
perfect.
Yeah.
We
Or
can
late
eat
night
all
working.
together, have lunch together.
That's
invite
wonderful, yeah.
clients.
Everyone's
That's
like, it's a
great.
really nice place. This is amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah. And Lisa
Yeah.
agrees you should send Morrissey a
Send
copy of the
copy,
book. Yes.
Yeah,
That's so
that's
good.
great.
Hi, Mateus from Poland. Cool.
All right, we have a bit of time, maybe one more project, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You can
Should
choose.
we?
I'm curious about
what do you
this.
like?
I was exactly the same.
Yeah.
I was
Perfect.
thinking about that one. That
Yeah.
looks
This
quite
is
nice.
a series of, brand books and guide styles for museum branding. So
great.
it's a series of manuals from 1 to 5. It was branding, the identity for print, identity for web. There was a web app project. And the museum is a visual design museum in Milano. It's called Videm.
Nice.
And we received the branding material and we had to design these little books. And it's conceived as a whole group of coherent books, so the covers are the same. We use this very metallic paper from Japan. It's called Takeo.
It's beautiful.
Nice. And I like that has like different sizes on the inside. That has like a smaller
Yeah,
one.
there's
that's
other
quite
formats.
nice.
You have always
And
a
it's like
different
matching with the
format.
cover. The
There
paper,
are
yeah?
some very, very big wireframes that you can pull out of the book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Every book is different.
That's great to see
That's
something so
great.
interactive. It's a lot more fun when you're flipping through one of
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
manuals.
Yeah.
It makes it more interesting everything
Yeah.
and more like engaging and
Exactly.
really nice.
So what was your inspiration for the color palette?
I think it needed to be institutional because this museum needed a very polite looking and very neat looking, and also we needed to find a whole range of papers that you can use for later projects. So this brand from Japan, Takeo, has I think 30 or 40 different colors.
Wow.
And we chose the most soft ones for this work.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Also, we had to print it on digital indigo, so you
So they
cannot
had to
use
be
every
quite
paper.
bright,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
paper that goes with digital printing.
And this final spreads here are about a connected work, and there's a Behance project of this.
Oh yeah, I think
It's
I saw it
a
at the
little
top.
poster,
oh, nice.
and because
have a
the
quick
museum
look.
was
Yeah.
opening with an exhibition about Francesco Franchi, which is a graphic designer from Italy, who is really changing the world of newspapers. He redesigned recently La Repubblica. This is the top newspaper in Italy, and this was a little homage to his work.
Amazing.
And so we took one of his most important newspaper covers and redesigned it, and we made a poster of it.
Beautiful.
So
quite
the
fun.
sentence in Italian means graphic designers will save editorial market.
Completely.
Yeah.
I think it's up to us.
I think, yeah.
If we want to
It's
keep reading the
nice.
newspaper, then
I
we've got to
think
do
it's
something
happening.
to it.
It's
It has
happening
to.
in,
Yeah.
all around the world that graphic designers are entering the newsroom and really taking part on the whole process,
Yeah.
and it's cool.
Communication
Great.
design at its finest. Amazing.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
Pietro, thank you so much
No,
for
thank you.
Actually,
letting us review your portfolio. This is wonderful. Oh yes, Tina has a
yeah.
great gift.
Oh,
Today
Tina.
Hold on, now
we
I've got
both-
the.
I think it's okay. We
but
can
it's
see.
curious. Oh yes. But
So,
yes,
yeah,
for
we
those
got
of you
some of the
who.
World Water Day and
Oh.
a few posters created on the Adobe live stream. Oh, they're upside down as well. So yeah, you actually pick one.
Thank you.
Yes, you can
So,
pick one.
yeah.
We'll
It's
see.
a great gift for being here. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Wow.
So up to you. Either like the Water Day or
I think I'll take this.
Okay.
I love this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty
go for it.
amazing.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you
No
so much,
worries.
Pietro.
Thank you so much.
nice
Thank
to meet
you.
you.
enjoy off.
Yes.
And yeah, see you
you
around.
too. Bye.
So now we're going to take a look at Lisa Fernandez. She's joining us in the
Great.
chat. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
She's like, oh, me. Yay.
Yay.
Amazing.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yes, good job, Pietro. Really lovely to have him here. It was great work.
Yes.
I think Apartamento Studio is really fun. It's going to be I think it's going to be very successful. Yeah.
I think so too.
So
It's
let's
already
say a
here.
little bit about Lisa. We have Lisa
Do we
Fernandez
have
Carlson.
maybe we could check like
Yeah,
what
let's
she's
take a
writing
look
about
about her
her?
profile. Yes.
Okay.
So Swedish designer based in Malaga.
Nice.
and designs and illustrations from Malaga, product design for museums and shops.
Nice.
Amazing. Yes.
So quite a variety.
Hi, Lisa.
That's great. Yeah.
Amazing. It
Nice.
looks like some really beautiful illustrations too.
So maybe Lisa can tell us, like, is there any specific project to start with?
Yeah.
Let us
Anything,
know.
Lisa, that you're really excited for us to look at?
Which
Hi!
one is your favorite?
She's like, hi. I'm curious about this illustration for
Okay.
IKEA, actually.
For
I was like,
IKEA,
how cool,
nice.
yeah.
Okay, let's start with that one. That's quite nice. It shows like a balance between two.
Totally.
It would be nice, like, Lisa, add some description. We want
Yeah,
to know more.
yeah.
What is it about?
No,
Or
I
maybe is
think
it further
so.
down?
Maybe, let's take a look.
No. Okay. Yeah, I think it's quite important, like, to have a description so people know what was it about, what was the brief, what was the inspiration.
Yeah.
And it's always nice to show your process.
Where it ended up showing up. Like, was it at IKEA or was it for IKEA? Was it outside of it? Was it for a festival?
Yeah, it's quite fun. It's nice. I like the balance, like,
Yeah,
two opposite.
the color
kind of.
too is really pretty.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Cool.
Quite fun.
All right.
So.
She just said pick one, so
Oh,
yes.
I need to pick one.
Yes.
Okay, so should we go with that one here?
This one?
Yes.
I think this was
conference.
from a challenge. I actually worked on this too.
Oh, seriously?
This
Oh,
is
you're
so cool,
actually
Lisa.
there.
Yeah. This is so cool.
You can also talk us through, maybe? Tell us a bit more
So
about
Lisa
was
and I
it?
collaborated. We worked on, I was working for an Adobe Campaign Live, and I came up with the designer to designer conference. And then the assets were on Adobe Creative Cloud, and anyone was able to use the assets to create posters. And then we took a look at the posters and critiqued them as well. But I remember
nice.
Lisa had one of the winning posters because it was so beautifully done. And it really is nicely balanced.
Yes.
So. Yes,
It
this
looks
was
really
from an
fun and
Adobe
nice.
Live program.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
really
how fun.
nice.
Yay! It's a little
Yeah.
collaboration,
And it
Lisa.
would
I
be
like
nice also,
that.
I would nicely see that, like, animating a bit. That
Yeah.
could be really, really fun, Lisa.
I agree.
I think that would be awesome to see a bit of animation as well. So, okay, so you want to pick the next one? And
Let's look at.
Or-
I'm curious about this with the illustration. Oh,
That's
nice!
quite fun.
Talent House contest. Your submission to the contest theme illustration on photos.
nice.
I like that there's a description, so that definitely
Yes,
helps.
that's really good.
Yeah, and I like
Oh,
the
and the
homage
Dudley's
to
watching
Frida
well.
Kahlo.
Yeah, that's quite
cool.
fun.
Yeah, it's very fun.
And the little, like,
The little
dog, balloon dog.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's really fun.
This is
Playing
great.
with
It's like
it.
a mix of artists and
Yeah.
fashion all together.
Did you, Lisa, actually took the pictures, or they're quite nice also? The
Yeah,
pictures,
they're really
like,
nice.
clean, nice. Huh.
Yeah,
They're
again,
like-
in like the descriptions, I agree. Maybe if you took
Yeah.
the photos or where the photos came from.
yeah, that
and
would be
then-
really nice to know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's so
that's
cool.
so nice.
That's great.
That's super nice. So much fun.
That's so great. I really
Yeah.
feel like I believe that she's wearing the mermaid skirt just because the illustration's
It's really
so
nice.
cool.
Even like the waves at the
Yeah.
front, like it makes it like
Totally.
super nice.
It's really
Really
playful.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are great. Really fun work, Lisa.
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah, no, I'm
Nice
curious
one.
what else is going on in here. Okay, what's next? Your choice.
Oh, okay, it's my turn. Then.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, scroll bit down. Let me pick. Should we go with this one with
This
the music
one?
magazine?
This,
yeah.
okay.
Let's have a look.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
A little bit of
here
an
we
intro.
go.
Nice.
No.
Music magazine Intermezzo. Design of logo and layout. The magazine published by the Professional Conservatory Manuel Cara, Malaga, Spain.
Nice.
Nice. So the conservatory wanted to renew their image and magazine layout with a more contemporary style that speaks to their teachers and students. Nice. That's a
Nice.
great description.
Did you actually create also the logo? That's quite fun with the note
Yeah,
at the end.
it is.
It's
This
like
is
little
great.
like trick with negative space.
Yeah.
Looks
We'll have
quite
to see.
nice.
I'll watch and see if she created it. Amazing.
Nice. Yeah,
Fun.
quite nice, like straightforward,
Yes,
clear,
very
like you
clean.
can see the content. Maybe it would be nice to see some color, like also to, like maybe the numbers a different color with the text.
Yeah, it'll make
or
it a
like
little
a
less
bit more
heavy.
gray. So
Yeah.
yeah, somehow like
Yeah.
pop
Or
up like
even-
what actually is the most important in your
Yeah,
page.
or removing some of the lines, like maybe this one
Yeah,
doesn't necessarily.
but maybe it goes like with the rest of the layout.
Yeah.
It's like a rule or something. Yeah, it feels like that. That's quite nice. Yeah, the boxes here help like popping up a bit the box.
Completely, yeah. So
Yeah.
oh, Stefan says very nice work, Lisa. It's great.
I definitely agree. That's great.
Oh, fun!
A bit of playing with typography as well.
Totally,
here.
this is wonderful.
Yeah, that's really nice work.
Yeah. So I'm curious too with the background, what that represents
Oh yeah,
and how
where
if
this-
that's
is
like
there a
part-
connection?
Yeah, if
or
there's a connection, I'm not sure.
inspiration? Was it like? Is
Yeah.
it maybe from the violin something?
Yeah.
Like to feel like more balanced and.
I always wonder because I think it's important to like connect the context of where you're
Yeah.
placing your images as
Or
well
the
as
green
the image
where it
itself.
comes from. Is the green
Yeah,
like color of the brand or
not sure.
it just like a matches nicely with the cover and like the whole.
This feels a little
magazine.
green. Not sure,
Yeah, maybe it's.
but maybe yeah. Oh, nice, cool.
Nice.
Take another look. What about artist portraits?
Okay.
This could be fun.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah. I think that we'll have to guess, but I have a feeling we'll be able to. So this
Okay.
must be free to follow.
Yes, I think so.
So yeah, again, I think it'd be good to have the names just in case we don't know who they are.
Maybe in the end, is
Yeah.
it there? Like to have a
Oh.
look quiz first?
Picasso?
Yeah, could be.
think.
Is it? Let us know,
Yes.
Lisa, on the chat.
Let's see.
They're
Oh,
quite nice.
Dali.
Dali, yeah,
Dali,
that's-
of course.
and it's quite
I'm a
nice,
big
like-
fan of Dali. I love
Oh,
how
me
these are
too.
very like absent
Abstract.
of the facial features.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're
so
really
it's like
clever.
really a nice quiz. You
Yeah,
should have
right?
the answers. Maybe you can use the trick that you can write upside down
Oh,
underneath.
yeah.
You
that
know?
would be great.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
it. Tina's always
So-
trying to get animation in there. I love this. You're like, what if? I think that's a
Upside
great
down.
signature.
That's
Okay,
so fun.
wait for it. Oh,
Oh, that's so.
I don't know.
Oh, come. It's really classic. I'm stuck. Like
ah,
she's doing quite a lot, like with dots and patternies
Oh.
and installation exhibitions.
chat, do you guys
Uh,
know this one?
Oh, that's an easy one. No, it's not.
The
Kusama?
Kusama?
Is it? Don't think. Is it the name?
I don't know. Lisa, chime in and let us know if this is Kusama.
It doesn't come to my mind. It's like really, really famous, and she has
Yeah.
amazing work. Like
Totally.
really, really nice installations and exhibitions.
Amazing.
And they're always like kind of crazy with colors and mirrors and
Oh, so
yeah, really
good.
nice use.
Oh,
Nice.
I already know this one. Andy Warhol.
Yep.
Very cool. These are really fun, Lisa.
It's
They're
really, really nice.
color
Really nice
palettes,
collection.
too. Yeah. Oh,
That's great.
the pointillized, the one that does the BAMs. Wow. Shoot.
Is it?
Shoot. Lisa, tell us who this one is.
Come to my mind?
It's slipping my mind. These are great.
They're
Oh,
really, really
Besquat.
fun.
Okay, perfect.
Is it? Does she have also like all of them together in the end? That
Oh, I
could be
hope
quite
so.
fun to see. Quite nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Charlie? No. This is exciting. It's like a guessing game. The more you get right, you could almost turn this into an app where they have that font or cheese app, you know?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
you like look and you're like, is it a font or is it a cheese? Camembert is both.
That's so much fun. Maybe she
Yeah.
writes in the comments the answers.
Totally.
Are there any comments?
No.
Oh, come on.
But we like
Give us the
this.
answers.
This is very good. Very good. Wonderful.
Nice one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Roy Lichtenstein. Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Roy Lichtenstein.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like,
They
yes,
had a
the
really nice
comic.
exhibition also in
Yeah.
Tate like a few years ago.
Amazing.
That was a really good one. Yeah.
So
it's
good.
A really nice one.
I don't know, chat. This was pretty awesome.
Nice. That was a really nice one.
It was very wonderful. Okay,
Okay, so
what's
have-
next? We have about 5 more minutes, so we
Okay.
could do maybe
Should
one
we?
more and take a look through.
Okay, so maybe we should pick like the first one.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it. Patterns.
That's so fun. So cute.
Amazing. I like how everything
Nice.
is very much related to artists and fine art as well.
Nice.
Amazing. Well, we have about 2 minutes left
Little
apparently,
banana.
so. Oh, this is great. Lisa, this is wonderful work. I think your illustrations are beautiful.
Yeah. I think you should go to the illustration direction. I think you really have it. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's so much fun. Yeah.
And I
colors,
really liked the-
illustrations.
Agreed.
Like, I think you have the skills for that. You should definitely go that route.
Yeah, continue to
it's-
pursue
yeah.
it. Yeah, and maybe
It's great.
talk a little bit about it too. That's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, that will be nice.
Well, I'm pretty thrilled. This has been
Great.
really fun to have you here again. I know that we got to see each other in San Francisco, so it's even better to see her at the OFF conference.
Yeah.
And then for those of you who are just following along now, we're just wrapping up with Tina Touli. She's been a lovely guest. She's an amazing graphic designer. And check out her work at tinatouli.com. We will be continuing to broadcast some really amazing artists and designers here throughout the OFF presentation. And stick with us because it's going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah. 3 days full of
3
like,
days
live
full of it. I
stream.
know.
It's
3
so good.
full days. It'll be
So much fun.
so much fun. I know. And then for those of you who haven't already, submit your portfolios because there's going to be more
There's still
portfolio
time.
reviews. Still time, as always. And we'll be doing that for the next 2 days as well as this afternoon. So there's plenty of time to submit if you do graphic design or any of
Yeah.
the such, and that would be amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Tina. Thank
Thank
you
you,
guys.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.